Hello and herzlich willkommen. This is Fiovesco Active Living, and today I will take you through a lateral ground to standing movement. A lateral ground to standing movement pretty much just means you'll be moving from the ground up to a standing position or vice versa in a sideways kind of motion. So we want to try and avoid forward or backward motion as well as rotational motion. However, there will be some components of that in there as well, but the main focus stays on making your way from the ground up to a standing and back down, moving side to side, shifting your weight from one leg into the other. So we're starting in a standing position and we are going to move into a side lunge. So stepping out, bending the knees, sitting down, keeping the tray leg nice and connected to the floor. From here, we're not going to move forward or backwards. As I said, we want to try and stay right to left, going sideways. So all we do from here is shift our weight over now to the other side, keeping this leg here low as possible. Now we're going into a little bit of a forward motion because we're going to take our hands to the ground. We're going to come up onto our toes here and move around, dropping onto our knee, onto our side. So you end up in a bit of a strange position. But again, like the beauty about those movements is that you can play with them as much as you want and just find your own ways. Like try to come up with ways of how to go and up and down and move from the ground back up to a standing position. Now, from here, we want to come up the same way we just went down to. So hands go to the side, we're rolling slightly forward, so there's a little bit of lateral movement here, possibly even a bit of transverse, but mainly lateral. Just to get a bit of strength through that side, pushing up, back into that foot. We're here nice and low, shifting over into an upright position. Side lunge, shift, and down. Side lunge and back up. Side lunge, shift, stay low, start coming down to the floor. Just let that foot roll in. From here, pushing back up, coming back up onto the foot and upright. Same goes to the other way, to the other side. Side lunge here, shift, keep it low, bring your hands down, drop the knee, slide over to the side, push back up, side lunge and back. Oopsie, a bit too much power there. Side lunge here, stay low, shift over, let the knee drop, let the foot roll in and come back up. Side lunge, back to here. So the version I just showed you is pretty much the most regressed version of this that I would tell my clients to do. If they can't move their way up and down with that slight forward lean and moving through the transverse plane as well to get their way down or up, then there's other stuff we need to kind of contemplate and do beforehand. However, you can definitely progress this move. So if we're starting in a standing position, into your side lunge. Now, as I said, we want to try and stay going sideways. So all we do from here now is to shift low, drop your hand, you're coming up onto your toes if you need to, and simply just drop over. Pushing back up, side lunge, and back up. Side lunge, shifting over, drop, oops, pushing up, and back here. Next progression would be to try and not use your hands. So most people can probably manage to some degree to get down because you're kind of just falling onto your bum a little bit, but going up will be a bit of a challenge. And that's where I'm kind of working on at the moment. So we're doing the other side now. Stepping out, shifting over, just let the foot roll. And that's, you saw the little plop. From here, I personally need to also just give it a bit of a forward move, and I need to, as you could see, bring my foot around and actually come more through a sagittal plane back to here to then shift over and come back over. So I'm missing the strength a little bit to just push myself back up here yeah, there's no way. No way I can just push myself back up to the side, so I need to come forward and then go from there. But as I said, you'll find yourself wherever you are in this journey of movement, of strength development, of mobility development. Just take it in. Be grateful that you can still do certain things more than other people possibly, and just keep working on it, and you'll get better and better and better with it as you go. Now you can put a bit of cardio into this move as well, so let's bring it right back in terms of mobility and strength. So say we're going for the version where you've got your side lunge, shift and use your hands to come down, okay? From here, or you can still put a bit of cardio into this, adding a jump instead of stepping it into that side lunge. So if we're starting from a standing position, I would give myself a bit more room so I can actually jump into that side lunge. So therefore now my foot is up, jump over here and back down. Jump and come back up to a stand. So not going quite as low, but just going a little bit more plyometric to get the cardio component going. So there's always ways you can challenge yourself and change things. If you've got any ideas differently to this one, how you could come from the floor in a sideways position, like I remember back in the training we kind of did one coming in even from a lying position. So, you know, there's maybe a bit of a challenge for you. If you can come up with something from here, how to get back up to a standing position, send me a video, let me know, share it with us. Otherwise, have a bit of a play with this one and see how you go. If you want to put this into like a workout sequence, I would go up to a minute on each side. Again, it all depends on your fitness levels, whether you're doing the cardio or not. You could easily do this as a Tabata as well, just if you're adding that cardio component into it and go 20 seconds, 10 seconds off on each side. Or you work with your strength and you actually go by reps. So just counting how many reps you can up to fatigue, for example, and just do a couple of rounds with adequate rest. But you know, that's where personal trainers and coaches come into play. So we can have a session together and look at where you're at, what you want to work on, and then develop a program according to that. So if you've got any questions, please get in touch. Otherwise, in diesem Sinne, tschö und bis bald.